Check this list: rough idle, weak throttle response, or a flashing P0121 or P0122 code. If you've seen any of those, your throttle position sensor is likely out of sync. Most drivers jump straight to replacing parts, but that's often money wasted. Many times, the fix costs nothing. You'll learn a step-by-step sequence any driver can follow, starting with a simple pedal and key reset, then moving to a battery disconnect, a safe cleaning, and finally a deeper scanner relearn if needed. Each step builds on the last, and most cars smooth out long before you reach the end. Now, let's talk about what's really causing those throttle problems. Why throttle problems aren't what you think. A lot of people chase fuel or ignition issues when an engine bucks or idles rough, but the real culprit is often that small sensor tied to your gas pedal. The throttle position sensor, TPS for short, feeds the engine computer a steady voltage signal matching pedal movement. When that signal drifts or the throttle plate gums up, the computer starts guessing. You wind up cleaning injectors or swapping plugs for nothing, because the ECU never got an accurate read on throttle angle to begin with. Think of the throttle body as the engine's air traffic control. Its plate opens and closes to meter how much air the engine breathes at any given moment. A thin film of carbon along that plate can block the hair-thin air gap the engine needs at idle. The ECU expects a clean, predictable airflow, but buildup throws that balance off, letting in too much or too little air, and the idle hunts and surges as the system keeps trying to correct itself. The TPS tracks this motion using voltage. In a perfect setup, the signal sweeps smoothly from low to high as you press the pedal. But if carbon alters the plate's resting point, or if the sensor's contacts wear, that voltage gets noisy. The ECU reads those spikes and dips like static in the signal, misjudging how far the throttle's open. It thinks you're pressing harder or softer than you are, so it adjusts fuel and timing wrong. Rough idle, lazy throttle, or that split-second flat spot when you accelerate all come from that mismatch. If you scan the system, you'll often see codes like P0121 or P0122. Drivers chase those numbers down the wrong rabbit hole, replacing sensors that aren't truly dead. What they really need is a clean voltage sweep and a calibration that tells the ECU where closed and wide open actually are. Here's what the shop data shows. A short 7-minute reset, including the waiting period, can realign that signal and clear the stumble. One clean calibration, no scan tool, no new parts. Once the sensor relearns its range, throttle response sharpens and idle settles down. Next up, how to run that quick pedal dance reset yourself using only the ignition key and your right foot. How to do the 5-minute pedal dance reset. You don't need a scan tool or to pull the battery cable for this reset. The 5-minute ignition sequence used in most shops works on nearly every drive-by-wire setup. It's simple, quiet, and your only tools are the ignition key and your right foot. When done right, it remaps the throttle's signal range and corrects the drift that causes unstable, idle, or dull throttle response. Get set up first. The engine should be off, parking brake applied, and nothing touching the pedal or throttle plate. Turn the key to the on position, but don't start the engine. The dash lights will come on, and that's it. Wait a full 10 seconds while the electronics power up. Now go through the motion deliberately. Press the gas pedal slowly over 3 to 4 seconds until it reaches the floor. Hold it fully down for 3 seconds, then release it smoothly over 4 seconds back to rest. That slow rhythm matters. The ECU measures that clean voltage sweep. Repeat this complete press hold release cycle 2 or 3 more times with the same timing and smooth movement. Each pass lets the ECU verify the full travel range of the throttle plate. After the final release, keep the key in the on position and your feet off everything for 30 seconds. During that pause, the computer learns its 0 to wide open range and resets the internal map. It's like recalibrating a sensor track. It aligns the voltage with the mechanical position without replacing a part. Avoid shortcuts here. Don't disconnect the battery or pump the pedal rapidly. Those moves can confuse the ECU or wipe data the engine still needs to idle correctly. This steady, repeatable process teaches the system where true, closed, and open points are. When that 30-second wait is up, start the engine and let it idle, untouched, for 10 to 15 minutes. Do not press the gas, turn on lights, or use the A/C during that period. Any load change will interrupt the learning cycle and force you to start over. Let it sit and stabilize. By the time it settles, the idle should be firm and the throttle response noticeably crisper, a zero-cost repair that takes minutes. If the idle still wanders or the hesitation remains, something deeper may be skewing the readings, and you'll need to take the next step. What if it still fails? When to clean or relearn deeper? When that happens, it's time for the next step, the point where cleaning or a deeper relearn comes in. If the throttle still behaves erratically after the pedal dance, don't assume the sensor's dead. Most times, it's simply carbon buildup, blocking airflow, or interrupting the sensor's clean voltage sweep. Here's what's going on. Over thousands of miles, oil vapors and soot coat the throttle plate and its edges. That thin film throws off how the plate closes, leaving the computer confused about how much air is getting through. It reads the throttle as slightly open when it should be shut. So fuel trims, bounce, and idle drops, then rises again. That's the hunting idle you feel at stoplights. Cleaning usually fixes it. Pull the intake hose to expose the throttle body and only use a throttle body safe cleaner. Never spray carb cleaner, thinner, or gasoline into the bore. Those harsh chemicals can strip the protective coating inside and ruin the electronics that meter airflow. Use a lint-free rag dampened with throttle body cleaner and wipe around the edges of the plate and the bore. Keep the engine cool, open the plate by hand if needed, and give it a few minutes to air dry before reassembling everything. That careful wipe down clears the restriction and restores smooth airflow through that narrow idle gap. If you want to avoid this entirely, make it a routine. Clean the throttle body about every 20,000 miles or anytime you notice a slow idle drop when you lift off the pedal. That small bit of maintenance prevents buildup from throwing the TPS signal out of range and keeps the response crisp year-round. If cleaning doesn't lock things back in, step up to a deeper reset. Disconnect the negative battery terminal using a small wrench and leave it off for at least 5 to 15 minutes. That drains the ECU's capacitors and clears short-term memory, giving it a blank slate to relearn throttle and idle data when reconnected. Some cars go even further, requiring an OBD2 scan tool to trigger an automatic throttle relearn sequence, but that's only when the drift's too wide for manual fixes. Once everything's bolted back and the relearn's complete, the system should respond sharply again. And before we wrap up, there's one simple check that can restore throttle feel and keep you from spending on parts you don't need. That quick reset and relearn can do more than smooth out your idle. It can keep a few $100s in your pocket. Dealers often charge for diagnostics that this 5-minute check can solve with a key turn and a steady pedal. You'll know in minutes if the sensor just needed recalibration instead of replacement. Do the reset and watch how your throttle wakes back up. It costs nothing. And when you take 5 minutes to diagnose and reset, you stop paying for problems that don't exist. Learn what each sensor tells the computer, and you'll control the repair instead of chasing it. Subscribe for real-world how-tos you can use this weekend.